The warning. The Krethian Empire ruled the stars. For 300 years they conquered planet after planet. Their black warships brought fear to every corner of the galaxy. No one could stop them. No one even tried anymore. Commander Zakthor stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Dark Fang. He was tall with grey skin and 4 arms. His red eyes glowed with pride. Today was special. Today they found a new planet to conquer. "Sir, we found it," said Officer Krell. He pointed at the main screen. A small blue planet appeared. It looked peaceful. It looked weak. "What do we know about this planet?" Zakthor asked. "It's called Earth, sir. The beings there call themselves humans. They have basic technology, simple weapons. They cannot even travel between stars yet." Zakthor laughed. His officers laughed too. "Another easy victory. How many ships do they have in space?" the commander asked. "Only a few small stations, sir. Some satellites. Nothing that can fight us." "Perfect." Zakthor smiled. "We will take this planet by tomorrow. Prepare the fleet." 200 Krethian warships moved toward Earth. Each ship was massive. Each ship carried enough weapons to destroy a city. The humans didn't stand a chance, or so Zakthor thought. The Krethian fleet entered Earth's orbit. Zakthor looked at the blue planet below. He saw the oceans, he saw the green lands, he saw the lights of human cities at night. "Beautiful planet," he said. "It will make a good colony for our empire." "Sir, we're receiving a transmission from the planet," Krell said. "Put it on screen." A human appeared. She was a woman in a military uniform. Her face was calm. Too calm. She looked directly at Zakthor. "I am General Sarah Chen of Earth Defense Command," she said. "We know why you are here. We know what you want." "Good," Zakthor said. "Then you know you must surrender. Give us your planet, and we will let most of you live." The general didn't look scared. She didn't look angry. She just looked tired. "Commander Zakthor of the Krethian Empire," she said slowly. "We are giving you one warning. Only one. Leave our system now. You have 24 hours. Silence filled the bridge. Then someone laughed. Then everyone laughed. Even Zakthor couldn't believe what he just heard. "Did she just warn us?" Officer Krell asked, still laughing. "I think she did," another officer said. Zakthor stopped laughing. He leaned forward. "Human General, do you know who we are? We have conquered 847 star systems. We have never lost a battle. Never. And you are warning us?" General Chen's expression didn't change. "Yes, we are warning you. Please listen. Please leave. We don't want to fight. But we will if you stay." "You will fight?" Zakthor's voice was full of mockery. "With what? Your tiny satellites? Your primitive rockets?" 24 hours, Commander," the general said. "After that, we cannot guarantee your safety." The transmission ended. The screen went black. The bridge erupted with laughter again. Officers slapped their consoles. Some had tears in their eyes from laughing so hard. "She cannot guarantee our safety," Krell shouted. "That's the funniest thing I've heard in years." Zakthor smiled, but something felt wrong. The general's face. She wasn't joking. She wasn't bluffing. She looked like someone who was genuinely sad about what was coming. "Sir, should we attack now?" Krell asked. Zakthor thought for a moment. "No, we wait." "Wait, sir. Why?" "Because I want them to feel hope. I want them to think maybe we will leave. Then, when the 24 hours end, we attack. Their hope will turn to fear. It will be more fun that way." The officers nodded. They liked this idea. "Set a countdown," Zakthor ordered. 24 hours, not 1 minute less. The countdown appeared on every screen. 23, 59, 58, 23, 59, 57, 23, 59, 56. Zakthor walked to the large window of his bridge. He looked at Earth below. Such a pretty planet. So peaceful. In one day, it would belong to the Crethean Empire. But deep in his mind, a small voice whispered. A voice he tried to ignore. Why did the general look so sad? Why did she sound like she was trying to save US, not her own planet? Zackthor pushed the thought away. Impossible. Humans were weak. Everyone in the galaxy knew that. This would be easy. The countdown continued. 23:47:12, 23:47:11, 23:47:10. What the Crethean commander didn't know was that Earth had a secret. A terrible, powerful secret hidden in the darkness of space. And in less than 24 hours he would discover why every intelligent species in the galaxy had one rule they never broke. Never threaten a human's home. The clock kept ticking. Time was running out. But not for Earth, for the Cretheans. The Empire's mistake. The countdown showed 12 hours remaining. 12 hours until the Crethean Empire would attack Earth. 12 hours until Commander Zackthor would make the biggest mistake of his life. On the bridge of the Dark Fang, the crew was relaxed. Too relaxed. They drank, they joked, they planned how to spend their reward money after conquering Earth. "Sir, another transmission from the planet," Officer Krell said. "Again?" Zackthor sighed. "What do they want now? To beg? Should I put it on screen?" "Yes, let's hear them cry." The same general appeared. General Sarah Chen. But this time she wasn't alone. Behind her stood other military leaders from different Earth nations. All of them had the same expression: sadness, regret. "Commander Zackthor," the general began, "this is our final message. Please reconsider. Please take your fleet and leave. We are begging you." "Begging," an officer shouted. "Finally, they understand." But Zackthor raised his hand for silence. Something was still wrong. These humans didn't look defeated. They looked sorry. Sorry for him. "Why should we leave?" Zackthor asked. "Give me one good reason." General Chen closed her eyes for a moment. When she opened them, they were wet with tears. "Because we don't want to do this," she said quietly. "Because once we start, we cannot stop. Because your families will never see you again. Please, Commander. We have children on this planet. You probably have children too. Don't make us do this." Zackthor's officers laughed again, but quieter this time. Something in the general's voice made them uncomfortable. "You are bluffing," Zackthor said. "You have nothing. We scanned your planet. We see your weapons. They are toys compared to ours." "You scanned what we wanted you to see," another human leader said. He was an old man with white hair. "Commander, I am 78 years old. I fought in 3 wars on this planet. I saw terrible things. I did terrible things. I am asking you, as an old soldier to another soldier, run. Run while you still can." The transmission ended. Silence filled the bridge. No one laughed this time. "Sir," Krell said slowly. What if nothing?" Zackthor shouted. "They are trying to scare us. It's a trick, a pathetic human trick." "But sir, the way they talked, enough. We are the Crethean Empire. We fear nothing, especially not some primitive humans." Zackthor was angry now. Angry because deep down, very deep down, he was starting to feel something he never felt before. Fear. The countdown continued. 6 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours. More messages came from Earth, each one begging the Cretheans to leave, each one more desperate than the last. "Please go. We don't want war. Your empire needs you alive. Think of your families." But Zackthor ignored them all. His pride was too strong. He was the commander of the greatest fleet in the galaxy. He would not run from humans. 3 hours. 2 hours, 1 hour. "Sir, all weapons are ready," Krell reported. "We are targeting their major cities. New York, London, Tokyo, Beijing, Moscow. We can destroy them all in minutes. Good, Zakthor said. The moment the countdown ends, we fire. No more warnings, no more mercy. Yes, sir. The bridge crew watched the countdown. Waro 59:45. Waro 59:44. Waro 59:43. Zakthor's hearts were beating fast, all three of them. He told himself it was excitement, but it felt like something else. 30 minutes left. Sir, our sensors are acting strange, a young officer said. Strange how? There are unusual readings coming from behind the moon, and from the asteroid belt, and from... It's nothing, Zakthor said. Space interference. Focus on the mission. 20 minutes. Sir, the readings are getting stronger. I really think we should... I said it's nothing. 10 minutes. Every officer was quiet now. They all felt it. Something was wrong. The air felt heavy. The screens flickered occasionally. Small alarms beeped and then stopped. 5 minutes, sir, Krell whispered. Maybe we should. Maybe we should listen just this once. Zakthor looked at his oldest friend. Krell had fought beside him for 20 years. He never showed fear. Never. But now, his hands were shaking. It's too late, Zakthor said. We stay. 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds. The entire bridge held their breath. Every eye watched the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nothing happened. 1 second passed, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Then Officer Krell laughed, a nervous, relieved laugh. See? Nothing. They were bluffing. They have nothing. Other officers started laughing too. The tension broke. Everyone celebrated. I told you, Zakthor said, smiling. Stupid humans, fire all weapons, destroy their... Every alarm on the ship screamed at once. Every screen turned bright red. Every sensor went crazy. What's happening? Zakthor shouted. Sir, contacts, multiple contacts, behind us, ships, massive ships, they're uncloaking. What? Zakthor ran to the window and looked out at space. His blood turned cold. From the darkness behind the moon, shapes appeared. Huge shapes, ships, but not like any ships he had ever seen. They were 3 times bigger than his flagship. Their armor was black and silver. Their weapons glowed with blue energy. 1 ship appeared, then 5, then 10, then 12. 12 human warships surrounded the Creathian fleet. Where did they come from? Zakthor screamed, I don't know, sir. They were hidden. Advanced stealth technology. Our sensors couldn't see them. One of the human ships moved forward. It was the biggest one. On its side, painted in white letters, was a name. Earth's Mercy. A transmission came through. General Chen appeared on the screen again. She was on the bridge of that massive ship. Behind her, hundreds of humans worked at stations with technology the Creathians had never seen before. Commander Zakthor, she said softly. We gave you a warning. We gave you 24 hours. You didn't listen. Zakthor couldn't speak. His mouth was open, but no words came out. We are not primitive, General Chen continued. We are not weak. We were being kind. We were giving you a chance to leave with honor. But you chose pride over wisdom. How? How do you have these ships? Zakthor finally whispered. We've had them for 50 years, Commander. We hid them. We hid our true strength because we knew what would happen if the galaxy saw what we could do. We didn't want war. We wanted peace. Then why didn't you show them before? Why let us come here? General Chen's face became hard, cold, like ice, because we hoped you would be smart. We hoped you would listen. We hoped you would be different from the others. But you are not. So now, you learn, the massive human ship charged its main weapon, a cannon so large it looked like it could swallow a planet. This is your last chance, Commander, the general said. Surrender now, or face what happens when you threaten a human's home. Zakthor looked at his fleet, 200 warships, the pride of the Creathian Empire. Then he looked at the 12 human ships surrounding them, and for the first time in his life, Commander Zakthor knew true fear. Earth's secret commander Zakthor stared at the 12 human warships. His 200 ships suddenly felt small, very small. So what are your orders? Officer Krell asked. His voice was shaking. Zakthor's mind raced. This couldn't be real. Humans were supposed to be weak. Everyone said so. Every report said so. But those ships, those massive, powerful ships. Run a scan, Zakthor ordered. I want to know everything about those ships. The science officer worked quickly. His hands moved across the controls. Then he stopped. His face went pale. So, this is impossible. What? Tell me, their shields. Our scanners can barely measure them. They are 10 times stronger than ours. Maybe 20 times. And their weapons. Sir, one of those ships has enough firepower to destroy our entire fleet. One ship, Krell whispered. Yes, just one. The bridge went silent. 200 Krathian warships, the greatest fleet ever assembled. And one human ship could destroy them all. Sir, incoming transmission, the communications officer said. General Chen appeared on the screen again. She was sitting in a large chair on the bridge of Earth's Mercy. She looked tired, sad, but also determined. Commander Zakthor, I know what you're thinking, she said. You're thinking this is a trick. You're thinking maybe we are lying about our power. So I'm going to show you, just once, so you understand. Show me what? Zakthor asked. The reason we told you to leave. General Chen nodded to someone off screen. Target acquired. Fire warning shot. One of the smaller human ships moved forward. It was still huge, but not as big as Earth's Mercy. A port opened on its front. Blue light gathered inside. Sir, they're targeting the empty space to our left. An officer shouted, empty space. Why would they? The human ship fired. A beam of pure blue energy shot out. It was beautiful, like lightning made of stars. The beam crossed the distance in a second. Then it hit nothing. Just empty space. But the space exploded. The explosion was massive. It created a ball of fire bigger than a planet. The light was so bright that Zakthor had to cover his eyes. The shockwave hit the dark fang and made it shake. When Zakthor could see again, his mouth fell open. The empty space where the beam hit was gone. Not damaged, not broken, gone, completely erased. There was nothing there. Not even atoms. What was that? Krell whispered. That was 30% power, General Chen said calmly. At full power, that weapon could cut a moon in half. We have 48 of those weapons across our 12 ships. Zakthor felt his legs go weak. He sat down in his command chair. His hands were shaking. Now do you understand? The general asked. Now do you see why we warned you? How? Zakthor asked quietly. How do you have this technology? You're not even a spacefaring race yet. General Chen smiled. A sad smile. Commander, can I tell you a story? A story? Yes, about Earth, about humans, about why we are the way we are. Zakthor nodded slowly. He couldn't speak. General Chen stood up from her chair. She walked to a large window on her bridge. Behind her, Earth floated in space. Beautiful. Blue and green and white. 50 years ago, she began, we humans were fighting each other, war after war. We almost destroyed ourselves with nuclear weapons. We were stupid, violent, primitive, just like you think. She turned to face the screen. But then something happened. We found something in Antarctica, under the ice. Deep, deep under the ice. What did you find? Zakthor asked. A ship, not a human ship. An alien ship, very old, maybe 1 million years old. It crashed on Earth long before humans even existed. Zakthor leaned forward. What kind of ship? We don't know. The species is long dead, gone, but their technology was still working, and it was incredible. Weapons, shields, power sources, things we couldn't even dream of. General Chen walked back to her chair. She sat down slowly. We studied the ship for years. We learned. We copied. We built. But we also learned something else. Something important. What? We found their final message. Written in mathematics, so any intelligent species could read it. The message said, we were strong. We were powerful. We conquered everything. But we forgot to be wise. We forgot to be kind. And in the end, our strength destroyed us. The general's eyes were wet now. That message changed us, Commander. We humans decided something that day. We would become strong, yes. But we would also stay kind. We would build these weapons, but we would hide them. We would only use them if we had no choice. That's why you warned us, Zakthor said quietly. Yes. We don't want to be like the species that built that ship. We don't want to destroy everyone we meet. We want peace. We want friendship, but General Chen's face became hard again, cold. But we will protect our home. Always. We will give warnings. We will give chances. But if you ignore those warnings, If you threaten our families, our children, our planet. She leaned forward. Her voice was like ice. Then we will show you why humans survived for 300,000 years on a planet that tried to kill us every single day. We will show you why we climbed to the top of the food chain on a world full of monsters. We will show you what happens when a predator stops pretending to be prey. Zakthor felt cold. So cold. You have two choices, Commander, General Chen said. Choice 1, surrender now. Power down your weapons. Accept our terms. We will let you go home. All of you, alive, unhurt. We will even repair your ships if they need it. And choice 2? The General's expression didn't change. Choice 2 is you fight us. And if you fight us, Commander, none of you go home. Not one ship, not one soldier. Not you. You would kill us all. Yes, she said simply. Because if we let you go after attacking us, others will come. Others will think humans are weak. Others will try. And we will have to fight again and again and again. But if we end this here now completely, the galaxy will learn. The galaxy will remember. And maybe, just maybe, we can finally have peace. Zakthor looked at his officers. They were all scared. He saw it in their eyes. He felt it in his own hearts. How long do I have to decide? He asked. 5 minutes, Commander. After that, we assume you chose to fight. The transmission ended. Zakthor sat in his chair, his proud, powerful chair, on his proud, powerful flagship, leading his proud, powerful fleet, but none of that mattered now. He thought about his family, his wife, his 3 children. They were waiting for him at home. They thought he would return a hero, a conqueror of another planet. What would they think if he surrendered? Would they be ashamed? Would they hate him? But what would they think if he died here? If all his soldiers died here? Would that be better? Sir, Krell said softly. What do we do? Zakthor closed his eyes. He thought about the General's story, about the ancient species that was so strong, so powerful, but forgot to be wise. And they destroyed themselves. He thought about the warning shot, the power, the terrible, beautiful power. He thought about his children, pride or survival, honor or life, victory or wisdom. Commander Zakthor opened his eyes. He reached for his communications console. His hand was shaking. The battle commander Zakthor's hand hovered over the communications console. 5 minutes to decide. 5 minutes to choose between pride and survival. He looked at Officer Krell, his oldest friend. 20 years of fighting together. 20 years of victories. Krell, Zakthor said quietly. What should I do? Krell was silent for a moment. Then he spoke. Sir, I have a daughter. She's 7 years old. I promised her I would come home. I promised her. Zakthor nodded slowly. He understood. He had made the same promise to his own children, but then he looked at the faces of his other officers. Young officers, proud officers, officers who believed in the Krathian Empire, officers who thought surrender was worse than death. Sir, one young officer said. His name was Vex. If we surrender, the Empire will call us cowards. They will strip our ranks. Our families will be shamed. Is that what you want? I want us to live, Zakthor said. But at what cost? Vex stood up. His voice was loud, angry. The Krathian Empire never surrenders. Never. We are warriors. We fight until victory or death. Other young officers nodded. They agreed with Vex. Zakthor felt torn. 2 paths, both painful, both difficult. Sir, 30 seconds left, the communications officer said. Zakthor stood up. He walked to the large window. He looked at the 12 human ships, waiting, patient, ready. Then he looked at his own fleet. 200 ships, thousands of soldiers, thousands of families waiting at home. He made his decision. Open a channel to all ships, Zakthor ordered. Sir, do it, now. The channel opened. Every ship in the Krathian fleet could hear him. This is Commander Zakthor, he began. I know what you are all thinking. I know what the Empire teaches us. Never surrender. Never retreat. Victory or death, he paused. But today I am giving you a choice. Any ship that wants to surrender can power down weapons and follow my orders. Any ship that wants to fight can fight. Silence filled the channel. I am choosing to surrender, Zakthor said. Not because I am weak, not because I am a coward, but because I want to see my children again. I want you all to see your families again. The humans gave us a warning. They gave us a chance. We were fools not to take it. Traitor, Vex shouted. You are a traitor to the Empire. Before Zakthor could respond, Vex pulled out his weapon. He pointed it at Zakthor. I am taking command, Vex said. And we are going to fight, like true Krethians. Krell moved fast. He grabbed Vex's arm. The weapon fired but missed. Other officers jumped on Vex. They held him down. Lock him in the brig, Zakthor ordered. Do it now. They dragged Vex away. He was screaming, calling Zakthor a coward. A traitor. A disgrace, but Zakthor didn't care. He opened the channel to the human fleet. General Chen, he said. This is Commander Zakthor. An explosion rocked the Dark Fang. Sir, one of our ships just fired on the humans. An officer screamed. What? On the screen, Zakthor saw it. The Crimson Blade, a destroyer commanded by Vex's brother, had fired its main weapon at the human fleet. The blast hit one of the human ships. It bounced off the shield like rain hitting stone. No, Zakthor whispered. No, the human ship didn't even shake. The shield didn't even flicker. General Chen appeared on the screen. Her face was hard, cold, angry. Commander, was that your answer? No, General, please. That was one ship, one foolish ship. I was about to surrender. I swear, one ship just attacked us, Commander. After we gave you a chance. After we showed you mercy. Please. I can stop them. 10 more Krethian ships fired. The young, proud officers. The ones who believed surrender was shame. They all fired together. The blast hit the human ships. All 12 of them, nothing happened. The shields held. Perfectly. I'm sorry, Commander, General Chen said. But you made your choice. The transmission ended. All ships retreat. Zakthor screamed. Full power! Retreat now! But it was too late. The 12 human ships moved. They moved fast. Faster than anything that size should move. They spread out, surrounding the Krethian fleet. Earth's Mercy moved to the front. Its main cannon glowed bright blue. Target acquired. A calm human voice said over the open channel. Firing. The cannon fired. The beam of blue energy crossed space in a heartbeat. It hit the Crimson Blade directly. The ship didn't explode. It didn't break apart. It simply vanished. Erased. Like it never existed. One shot. One ship gone. Return fire. Zakthor ordered. He had no choice now. All ships. Fire everything. The Krethian fleet fired. 200 ships. Thousands of weapons. Energy beams, missiles, plasma cannons, everything. The barrage was beautiful and terrible. Enough firepower to destroy a planet. It all hit the human ships and bounced off. Every shot, every missile, every beam, nothing got through. Then the humans fired back. It wasn't like the warning shot. This was real combat. This was war. Blue beams shot out from every human ship. Each beam hit a Krethian vessel, and each Krethian vessel disappeared. Just gone, erased from existence. 10 ships, 20 ships, 30 ships, gone in seconds. Shields at maximum. Zakthor ordered. Evasive maneuvers! It didn't matter. The human weapons were too accurate, too powerful. They cut through Krethian shields like they weren't even there. One human ship did something different. It fired a strange orange weapon. The weapon hit a group of Krethian cruisers. The ships didn't disappear. They crushed, like invisible hands squeezed them into balls of metal. Gravity weapons. The humans had gravity weapons. 50 ships gone now. Then 70. Then 100, sir. We need to retreat. Krell shouted. I'm trying. The engines won't. Another human ship fired. A net of green energy spread out. It caught 15 Krethian ships at once. The ships stopped moving. They were trapped. Frozen in space. What is that? An officer screamed. Stasis field, Zakthor whispered. He had heard of them. Theoretical weapons that froze time. But they were impossible. No one could build them except humans apparently could. More ships died. More ships were trapped. The Krethian fleet was falling apart. Sir, we lost contact with the western wing. All 40 ships are gone. The southern wing is retreating, but the humans are faster. They're cutting them off. Sir, we're surrounded. We can't escape. Zakthor looked at the battle display. His beautiful fleet. His 200 proud ships. Now only 70 remained. And they were all trapped. The humans stopped firing. The sudden silence was terrifying. General Chen appeared on every screen in every Krethian ship. This is your last chance, she said. Her voice was tired, sad. Power down your weapons now. Surrender, or we finish this. Zakthor looked at his remaining ships. 70 ships. 70 ships full of soldiers who just wanted to go home. He looked at Krell. His friend was crying. Tears ran down his grey face. I'm sorry, Zakthor whispered. I'm so sorry. He reached for the communications console. His hand wasn't shaking anymore. There was nothing left to be proud about. Nothing left to fight for. Just survival. Just the hope of seeing home one more time. All Krethian ships, Zakthor said. His voice broke. This is Commander Zakthor. Power down all weapons. Lower shields. We surrender. One by one, the Krethian ships went dark. Weapons powered down. Shields dropped. They were completely helpless. If the humans wanted to destroy them now, they could, easily, but the humans didn't fire. General Chen nodded slowly. Smart choice, Commander. You just saved thousands of lives. What happens now? Zakthor asked. Now? The general smiled. A small sad smile. Now you learn. Now you go home. And now you tell the galaxy what happened here today. You're letting us go. Yes, but not all of you. One ship will return to your empire, just one. That ship will carry something important. What? The truth. The new rule 3 days passed after the battle. 3 long days. Commander Zakthor sat in a holding cell on one of the human ships. It was clean, comfortable. The humans even gave him food, good food. Not prison food. That made him feel worse somehow. He lost. He surrendered. And the humans were being kind about it. The door opened. General Chen walked in. She carried a datapad. Commander, she said. We need to talk. Zakthor stood up. Are you going to execute me? No, she sat down. Sit please, he sat. Commander, I've been reading your file. You've served the Krethian Empire for 32 years. You won 47 battles. You're considered a hero on your home world. Was considered, Zakthor said bitterly. Now I'm just a failure. A coward who surrendered. General Chen shook her head. You're a leader who saved thousands of lives. That takes more courage than fighting a battle you cannot win. The Empire won't see it that way. Maybe. Maybe not. She put the datapad on the table. I want to show you something. She pressed a button. A hologram appeared. It showed Earth, beautiful blue Earth. This is my home, she said softly. 7 billion people live here. 7 billion. Each one with a family. Dreams, hopes, each one precious. The image changed. It showed the Krethian homeworld. A red planet with purple oceans. This is your home. 9 billion people. They have families too, dreams, hopes. They are precious too. Why are you showing me this? Zakthor asked. Because I want you to understand. We didn't fight you because we hate you. We fought because you threatened our home. If someone threatened your home, you would fight too. Yes? Zakthor nodded slowly. Yes, we are not so different, Commander. Both our species love our families. Both want to survive. Both want peace even if we are ready for war. She turned off the hologram. That's why we are letting you go. All of you. Every soldier. Every officer. Even you. Zakthor looked up. All of us? Yes, we repaired your ships. We gave you fuel. We even gave you supplies for the journey home. In 1 hour, 69 ships will leave our system and return to Krethian space. 69. What about the 70th ship? That ship stays with us, for now. Why? General Chen smiled. Because that ship has a mission. A very important mission. 1 hour later, Commander Zakthor stood on the bridge of the Dark Fang. His ship, his crew, all alive. All going home, he couldn't believe it. Sir, all ships are ready to depart, Krell said. His friend looked different now, older, tired, but also relieved. Good, Zakthor said. Set course for home. Maximum speed. Yes, sir. The 69 Krethian ships began to move. They moved away from Earth, away from the human fleet. Away from the 12 massive warships that could have killed them all. Zakthor watched Earth get smaller on his screen. That beautiful, terrible blue planet. Sir, incoming transmission, the communications officer said. From General Chen. Put it on screen. The general appeared one last time. Behind her, Zakthor could see the 70th ship. The one the humans kept. Commander, thank you for keeping your word, she said. You and your crew are free to go. But remember this day. Remember what happened here. I will never forget, Zakthor said. None of us will. Good, because in 7 days that ship behind me will arrive at your home world. It carries our message to the Krethian Empire. A message the entire galaxy needs to hear. What message? The truth. The whole truth. Everything that happened here. The warning we gave. The choice we offered. The battle. Everything. Zakthor felt cold. The Empire will be angry. Maybe, but they will also be wise. They will see what happens when someone ignores Earth's warning. They will see our power, and they will make a choice. Peace or war, friendship or fear. And if they choose war, General Chen's face became hard. Then they will learn what you learned. We don't want war, Commander, but we are very, very good at it. The transmission ended. The dark fang jumped to faster than light speed. The stars stretched. Earth disappeared. They were going home. 7 days later, one Krethian ship arrived at the Krethian homeworld. But it wasn't flying normally. It was being carried by a human escort ship. The entire Krethian defense fleet surrounded the human ship immediately. Thousands of weapons pointed at it, but the human ship didn't attack. It didn't threaten. It simply stopped and broadcast a message. People of the Krethian Empire, we come in peace. We carry a message from Earth, please watch. Then the human ship transmitted a video. The entire battle, from beginning to end. Every moment recorded in perfect detail. The Krethian Emperor watched from his throne. He watched his proud fleet arrive at Earth. He watched Commander Zakthor receive the warning. He watched his officers laugh. Then he watched 200 ships fight 12 human ships. He watched 130 ships die in minutes. He watched the rest surrender. The Emperor's hands gripped his throne. His face was pale. When the video ended, a new message appeared. General Chen spoke directly to the camera. Emperor of the Krethian Empire, we are humans from Earth. We do not seek war with you. We do not seek revenge. We return your soldiers and your ships as a sign of good faith. She paused. But understand this. Earth is protected. Our solar system is protected. Any species that comes to our home with hostile intent will face what the Krethian fleet faced. We will give one warning, only one. After that, we defend our home with everything we have. The general stood up. We want peace. We want friendship. We want to trade, to learn, to grow together. The galaxy is big enough for all of us. But if you choose war, you will lose. We promise you this. The message ended. The Emperor sat in silence for a long time. His advisors waited. No one spoke. Finally, the Emperor stood. Send a message to all Krethian military forces, he said slowly. New standing order. Effective immediately. Yes, Your Majesty. What order? Earth and its solar system are forbidden territory. No Krethian ship will enter that space. No Krethian soldier will threaten that planet. Anyone who disobeys will be executed. Do you understand? Yes, Your Majesty. The Emperor looked at the screen, at the image of Earth, that small blue planet that destroyed his greatest fleet. And send one more message, he said. To Earth, tell them the Krethian Empire accepts their terms. Tell them we choose peace. The news spread across the galaxy like fire. The Krethian Empire, the most powerful force in known space, had been defeated by a species that barely left their own planet. At first, no one believed it. It must be a trick, a lie, a mistake. But then other empires sent scouts to Earth just to look, just to see. The scouts came back terrified. They reported 12 massive warships orbiting Earth. Ships with technology decades or centuries beyond anything the galaxy had seen. They reported human listening posts throughout the solar system, weapons platforms on Mars, defense stations around Jupiter. Earth wasn't just protected, it was a fortress. And still the humans sent peaceful messages to every species. We want friendship. We want peace. Come to trade. Come to talk. Come to learn. But come in peace, one by one. The Galactic Empires made their choice. The Tharian Collective sent ambassadors. The Vrex Federation offered trade agreements. The Zoltan Republic requested cultural exchange. Even the proud Krethian Empire eventually sent diplomats. Earth became something the galaxy had never seen before. A protected neutral zone, a place where any species could meet, talk, trade, learn. But everyone remembered the rule. The one rule that was never written down but everyone knew. Never threaten Earth, never attack humans, never test their patience, because Earth gave one warning, just one. And the smart species listened. Commander Zakthor returned home. He expected shame, disgrace, execution. Instead he found respect. The Emperor himself gave him a medal, not for victory, but for wisdom, for saving thousands of lives. You did what was necessary, the Emperor said. You chose survival over pride. That is true leadership. Zakthor retired from the military. He spent his time with his family, his wife, his 3 children. Sometimes on quiet nights he looked up at the stars. He wondered about Earth, about the humans, about General Chen. He never forgot her words. "We don't want to be monsters, but we will protect our home." Krell visited him often. They drank together, talked about old times, about the battle. "Do you regret it?" Krell asked one night. "Surrendering?" Zakthor looked at his daughter sleeping in the next room. She was safe, alive, growing up in a galaxy that was learning to choose peace over war. "No," he said softly. "I don't regret it at all." Back on Earth, General Sarah Chen stood in her office. She looked at a picture on her wall. Her daughter, smiling, happy, 8 years old. The girl didn't know how close they had come to war, how close Earth had come to showing the galaxy its true power, but they avoided it. Barely. By giving one warning. By being willing to fight if necessary, but hoping for peace. Chen hoped it would last. This peace, this understanding. But she also knew the truth. The galaxy was big, full of species, and some species didn't learn until it was too late. So the 12 ships remained, hidden, waiting, ready. Earth's secret, Earth's power, Earth's mercy, and if someone new came, someone who didn't know,